Welcome to Citystead. Oh.
Oh. Hey, welcome back to the Citystead, everyone. So, I'm going to tell you today about my #1 gardening rule, and I call it the Mother's Day rule. But before we do that, we're going to catch up a little bit on what we've been doing, because we haven't been very active lately. I guess it's lack of what we haven't been doing. Woo! You see flowers? Alright, so I have been away at work, out of town 5 days a week for the past little while. We haven't had as much time to do some of the stuff we need to get done, and it's hard. It's hard to get all this stuff done when we have such a limited time, and we're trying to do a lot of family time. So the past few weekends, it's just been family. We haven't brought the camera out. We haven't filmed anything we did. We just hung out with the kids, hung out with my wife. We did a little bit of projects here and there, but nothing too big. Helped out my dad do some stuff. You saw they got a new evaporator, so next year maple syrup season should be really in high gear. That is exciting. I'll throw a clip in there in case you didn't see that video of it. But
well, tell you what, you guys can, like, here and here.
Right.
You got a nice lip there. Yeah. I'll grab this end here. Let's do the duck walk here.
yeah, that thing was a beast to lift up. I think somebody said in the comments, did you guys see that? There goes the beginning of 3 hernias, and that's probably not far off from the truth there. The thing was super heavy. But we got it over there. We're going to be setting that up before next season. You know, obviously it's maybe a fall job or something like that, because they're also doing other stuff for spring like we are to get their garden and stuff over there ready. So what have we been up to? We've done that. We've done a lot of playing, just hanging out with the kids. Ensley and Everett race take 155.
What? Go! Who won?
Oh man, that was very close.
Oh my gosh.
Tried to get some weeding done. I've been doing a lot of weeding around here. There are places that, you know, I have to weed. I don't have proper lining and all that kind of stuff down. I don't like garden liner. I don't like the garden mats. So I've been trying to stay away from doing stuff like that. And you know, return I get weeds. So sometimes I have to weed a few little beds here and there, but it's not that big of a deal. We do.
Whoa.
Oh no, it's broke. Let me see. Are you ready?
Yay!
Right. Alright. So we do a few beds that are small, pretty easy to weed. I can get the hula hoe out and just right through it real quick if I have to. And yeah, that's all we've been doing. So we've been weeding, getting some plants ready. We've been planting like crazy in this greenhouse. Now these things have some really neat looking seeds. We went and got some herbs. You can see them all over here. So we had to go pick up those herbs for the herb garden because I don't have any herbs planted or started, and we're going to be running out of time because it's almost time to start planting. So let me show you some of our sprouts. Now, as you guys know, while I'm gone, E is actually in charge of this greenhouse. She's been taking care of everything, and I gotta tell you, it's looking nice. She's done an amazing job, and she is a gardener in the making, I tell you. And while I know that many people have already started gardens and got everything in the ground, it's looking pretty and gorgeous, and we're all drooling up here in the north because we're not there yet, I gotta tell you, we've just kind of been lying in wait for the season to come. Just kind of taking a little break, a little lull, enjoying a little bit of time before we gotta start gardening, doing all the planting, all that kind of stuff. So we just kind of been relaxing a little bit. Just waiting to bloom like spring. Much like this plum tree. Guys, look at this thing. These are some of the first flowers that we get in the spring, and they are awesome. And this is quite the tree to look at from the back of our house. You can see it straight out the window. And just gorgeous white flowers everywhere. I'm super excited because I really like plums, and I'm hoping this is our year when we get some plums. We also have some other cool stuff that's blooming. You see all the tulips over here? We have quite a few tulips that are all coming up and blooming. They're kind of closed because it's early in the morning right now, but they all open up. It looks amazing and gorgeous. And I don't know what it is about Michigan, but they have perfect tulip growing weather. And actually, if you go out to Holland, Michigan, they have fields and fields of tulips. I hear it's amazing. I've never actually seen it other than pictures, but that would be something I definitely would like to go see. But tulips, they're a blooming everywhere. Another thing I did was clean out the asparagus bed. All the old stalks were in here still. So I just cut them down, cleared out some of the weeds, pulled the leaves off of it because we always get the leaves from the driveway blow up on here. It's in a weird spot right now on our driveway. But we're in the city. You gotta grow it where you can. This patch is actually going into like its 4th year, I think. And it produces amazing asparagus. It's so good. And Mr. Man and I were out here, and he had some for the first time this year. He ate some. Picked it and ate it, and it was delicious. He loved it. He ate 3 of them, I think, while we were out here. Then he ate it at dinner. And I got a little footage of, we came out here and picked all this. Some of them got quite tall on us in the beginning there because they shoot up real quick overnight. But cooler temperatures this week, they're not growing as fast after we pick that initial batch, but we'll be getting another few harvests out of this. Oh, it's one of the best days of the year. First asparagus of the spring. You gonna cut it?
Apparently, I've already got one.
Are you already getting one, Bob? All right, now you gotta eat it.
Woo!
You gotta eat it now.
One. It's a big one. I need to try the smaller one.
Here, you wanna try this?
No! Whoa! That's a big one. It's a big one.
Can you cut? I don't think you can cut with scissors. Maybe Sissy's really helpful with you.
Help! Woo! Skinny one.
Alright,
so
let's do the
it's
next one.
easy.
Alright, buddy, you ready? You ready to try to cut your first asparagus? Okay. Hands in there.
He's not going to cut his
Get right
first
up on the
finger.
thing and squeeze. Do the other one. Squeeze.
Timber!
Like big trees coming down. We're gonna have to chop these up. Alright, you gotta step back. You don't want to step on the asparagus. We gotta get these ones.
Guys, try one now.
Don't worry, there's lots more asparagus to pick later.
What about that one?
Yep, we're gonna get that one too.
What about this one?
Yep, they're all coming in.
Woo!
We're gonna eat them all. You ready for more asparagus?
Asparagus.
Whoa. That sure is a lot of asparagus.
Yeah.
Alright, Mr. Man, let's go. We're cooking up some asparagus for dinner.
And I'm gonna try some for once. If I like it, I'll eat it all the time. If I don't like it, then next.
So, as a Michigan gardener in Zone 6A, kind of slash 5B, I have one rule that I follow when it comes to planting. And I think it's an important rule that a lot of people should follow, because I think some of you guys have been out there planting in the ground out there too early. My number one gardening rule in Michigan Zone 6A is I call it the Mother's Day rule. Nothing gets transplanted, nothing goes outside until after Mother's Day. And tonight is a prime example of why. It's gonna be 32 degrees tonight. Yeah, our overnight temperature is possibly gonna be 32 degrees. There is a frost warning, and we are 2 days in front of Mother's Day. My rule always rules. It wins out. It has never failed me. Every time we try to plant something before Mother's Day, we get a frost between then and Mother's Day. For some reason, Mother's Day seems to be the key to stopping frost. I don't know. It's just factual history. So that's the rule. That's what we abide by. I don't plant anything until after Mother's Day. Hence, an entire full greenhouse of plants and seedlings and all sorts of stuff. And no seeds in the ground yet out there. We'll be doing that this weekend. Either Mother's Day evening or something like that, or in the morning. But Monday, Tuesday, it's on. Game time. You guys want a sneak peek of the big project coming up? Oh, we're doing a little bit of expanding the